Hello, Scrabble here, and today I am coming at you with a review of Slayin 2. So I was lucky enough to receive a copy of Slayin 2 before... Sorry, I said Slaying. I mean Slayin 2 before it actually launched, and got to have a good time with it. You can see that I unlocked 5 various characters, and I'm just gonna run around here while I talk, and if I can't talk very well, which is totally possible, then I'm going to re-record voice over this. So as you can see, I don't know if you're familiar with Slayin from mobile. I played Slayin on iOS, but that is not to say that it doesn't have an Android port. I think it probably does, although I don't really know what's going on in Android. And you can tell that I'm really screwing this up here. I'm taking lots of hits, but... well, the main premise here is that you want to keep your combo meter going. You can see that we do have a health meter, but the health meter is not super important. What's most important is that our Slayin count is going up, and our multiplier, which says 3-4, which is next to the key, continues to go up. Right? You can hit that multiplier up to 5, which is really where you want to be. I picked up the key before, so we can totally get the chest. The levels are not really hard, but what is hard, well, okay, some of the levels, some of the bosses are hard, but what is hard is avoiding your hits. And the original Slayin, very similar to this, where you're just walking back and forth until you hit a boss. Hold on. Let's concentrate here. Each weapon, has a variety of special spark moves. You can see our spark meter is on the bottom left, and we charge the spark as we go. That flash there means that spark has been charged. And of course I move into the shockwave. We also have a really cool mechanic where not only does food heal people, but also treasure heals people. I want to make sure that you're getting all of it. See, I make sure that I jump up and go down, even though I have totally wrecked my multiplier at this point. Go across. That's probably a big swing. Yep. Whoop. You can switch planes. The original Slayin did not have this plane switching mechanic, right? So one of the things to the console release, and it's hard to talk and play at the same time, I recognize that. So, one of the things about the console release here is that now we can switch planes, and the bosses and the levels really account for this and really raise it up, and I think that ultimately is just a fantastic mechanic. You might not be into just running back and forth into guys and building up your score meter, which is really a great deal of the game. Another portion of the game, let's take the ninja. I really have only leveled up the weapons for the one. Another portion of the game is this village area where you see you could talk to the goblin, and the goblin helps you rebuild the village when you pay him money in exchange for things like, hey, now we have someone who gives us gossip. We have tips for different secrets around the places. We've got these Princess Club here, which gives you various quests. For example, they want you to defeat 20 enemies in the air without landing to prove you are a magical girl. And I think that just means like individual like this. I don't know if it means 20 in a row. I don't know how I would stay up. We got her, which tells you about artifacts. We have charms, because you can equip charms as you saw as you go through. The bard ends up giving you special additional rewards for your score. He will sell you additional spark meter. Apparently when you get to 5 spark meter, you get a special attack. However, I did not focus on leveling up my spark meter. Let's go to the ruins, which I don't think I've played, but... oh, yes, I have. I've done once. I died. But it shows you, like, if you check this out, the arenas themselves are more interesting than just flat land. Right? As you can tell here... oh, these guys are foreground. Ah! And doing things like that, in addition to getting treasure, which is fantastic, also gives you score multipliers. Right? Beating people with style gives you a higher amount of score. Oh! I want to be friends to the unicorns. I think I have a quest to be a friend to a unicorn, which I think means making sure I don't kill the unicorns. Oh, that's right. Last time I played this level, I died specifically because I wanted to be friends to the unicorns. Oh, that unicorn I believe I just killed. Unfortunate. Not friend to the horses today. I think being nice to the horses allows you to unlock the princess as a character, who, based on development blogs, they were going to give her a unicorn, but decided the unicorn was too big, so she actually rides like one of those horse toys. Here you can see we've got a very large enemy here. And I want this treasure so that I can heal. I also might have died because I tried to kill one of those cactuses. The music in this game is great. The animation, I think, is pretty cool. The pixel art is pretty fantastic. Nope. Ooh. Yes, please. Oh, food! Yes, because I got the buff that... I've got a buff for... food to fully heal me, so happy to get that. I'm already not a friend of the unicorn in this level, so we're gonna just continue not being friends to the unicorns. We see power-ups that drop. They drop in the bottles, also really cool. That's an artifact. It's my first one, actually, but artifacts are keys to unlocking secrets, best I can tell. And that's from the developer log, because I haven't got any secrets. I know a lot of the times developers are like, hey, you can contact us and ask us questions, and we like that, but I really like to just have the, like, new player experience. That's my thing. Like, what's someone gonna get into if they just pick up this game? Like, they're not gonna have a key to the developer. Ah! Okay. This is a boss. Whoa! Oh, classic hand boss. Got it. You can see how jumping between planes, super helpful. Oh, he's back here. Yep. Oh, that was in the front. I'm a dummy. You see, I wanted to, like, switch and use this stuff so that I can get some treasure. You know, the more you spark, the more treasure he drops. When he drops the treasure, that's a good thing for me. You see, we got a health bar on the top. Thank you. And sometimes that treasure is like the only thing that keeps me alive, you know? A cure. We're doing okay, but we are only doing okay. Whoa! Because of this tiny bit of treasure. Ah, that was bad. Oh. Again, I don't really care about score. Like, not super important to me as a player. No, that was bad. The other thing that they have in this game is co-op play, but I didn't try co-op play so that you can play with a friend, which is also great. They also have whilst they say story mode is the main thing, and there's about 30 different levels like this, I think there's secret found, yes, poem earned, cool. While I did not do well enough to earn any of the other songs, but that's fine. We gotta level up. Most of the level ups, 2 level ups. Most of the level ups I find don't do anything, but occasionally, or if they do it, I don't know what they do, but occasionally you get a level up that increases your max health, and that's alright. Ooh, Volcano West. As you can see, there's something on the other side there. I imagine that pentagram is probably the end, but I don't know for sure. And as you can see here, like, when we got here, we had branching paths. So there are branching paths. I'm gonna go through and just show you what this artifact is, because I'm curious about it. So yeah, they also have an arcade mode, which is similar to the original Slayin's mode, but the story mode is the main mode, they say. I don't find there's there to be much story here, honestly. Welcome to my antique shop. Identify for 50 bucks. I have $1,700, sure. An excellent find. It said that the ancients gathered a vast amount of knowledge in a sacred place to the west. The markings of this artifact reference that sacred place. When the ancient civilizations fell, their knowledge disappeared with them. The existence of this artifact suggests that the legend might be real. Cool. And I'll also show that we have a blacksmith here. Welcome to my shop. I've already maxed out my holy mace, but you can see all of the different characters have different things. The 2 things that you have there are the 2 different moves. The first move is usually the ground move. The second move is air move. And some have, oh yeah, you can see there at the bottom, hold for Mighty Gust, hold for Long Shot. They have different things, which is cool. I'll purchase that, why not? And, oh, we'll level this up. I still have 200, sure. We'll level the things. There you go. So if I want to play as the ninja, I can. So, what do I think about this game? I think this game is a whole lot of fun. I think there are a lot of secrets. I think that the 2-plane mechanic is a really cool addition to what was there originally, right? Originally, single-plane mobile game. I think 2 planes really goes above and beyond. I think the animations are good. I think the graphics are pretty great, pretty fun. They suit the game, which is cool. The arcade style is fun. The game is a budget title, and I think it's probably worth the asking price of, I think, $8. It's a whole lot of fun. The story is pretty much non-existent, which is fine for what it is. I couldn't sit down and play this game for hours on end. It is not that kind of game for me, but I can sit down and play it for 15-20 minutes here or there, which really kind of speaks to its mobile roots, because that's where mobile's coming from. But it's also nice when you're playing Animal Crossing for an hour, or you're playing an RPG or something for an extended period of time. Like you're playing, let's say you're doing a Dead Cells run, right? And the Dead Cells run's going to take you an extended period of time, right? These are actually much faster. And as you can see there, we ran into the Lancer, and that usually means that the Lancer is going to be unlocked now as a boss for us to fight. Not a boss, sorry. As a new character for us to play as. A boss for us to fight. Ooh. That's really cool. You can see that things came from the volcano. Oh, and they disappeared. And they're acting as platforms. So that's neat. These flame blobs, apparently, first time I've ever seen them, but they are dropping stuff that actually hurts us if it hits us, which is really unfortunate, and I am getting wrecked, and I'm probably gonna die. Let's see, we got an enemy, that one, who is also throwing projectiles at us. Want it? So this can be a pretty hectic game, as you can see. The fact that I'm getting wrecked here, I am not great at it. But let's finish this level, see if I can die, and then we'll call it a day. Unfortunately, the enemies are not air enemies, so I can do that for extra treasure, but my main method of treasure is generally to do the air attack. So it might be that the character I'm using here, not an optimal character. The weapon I'm using, definitely not optimal. And I'm dead. So yes, Slayin available on the Nintendo eShop. Available now. I apologize, the video is out a little late. It came out earlier this week, I want to say. If the game looks interesting to you, be sure to pick it up. If you enjoyed this video, then hit that like button. If you want to see more from me, then feel free to subscribe. Plus, it helps out the channel quite a bit. You can share the video, you can comment on the video. I do love talking to people in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time.